Welcome to Mars Saga, your gateway to the Red Planet. Subscribe now and join the journey.
This is Red Legacy, a place where the silence of space speaks, and the Red Planet whispers truths buried in ice. Beneath the frozen deserts of Mars, beneath the dust storms and silent plains, lies something extraordinary. The story of water, not just droplets or traces, but entire oceans locked in time. For decades, scientists believed Mars was a cold, dry world, dead, ancient, and empty. But every mission, every image, every core sample has revealed the same thing. Water was once everywhere. It carved valleys, filled craters, and flowed across plains that today lie buried under centuries of dust. Billions of years ago, Mars may have looked more like Earth than we dare imagine, with clouds, rainfall, lakes, and oceans stretching beyond the horizon. Imagine standing there then, waves crashing against red cliffs, sunlight glittering across liquid plains. But something went terribly wrong. Mars began to change. The planet's magnetic field, once strong, began to fade. Without that shield, the solar wind stripped the atmosphere away, molecule by molecule. The air thinned, the temperature fell, and the oceans froze. The sound of rain stopped forever. What was left turned to ice, hidden deep beneath the surface, preserved in shadows and polar caps. And yet Mars still keeps its secrets well. When NASA's Mars Odyssey orbiter first detected hydrogen signatures under the surface in 2002, scientists realized what it meant. There was water ice, just a few centimeters below the soil, vast reserves of it. Then came the Mars Express mission, confirming polar caps made of water ice mixed with frozen carbon dioxide, dry ice, and layers hundreds of meters thick. In 2018, radar readings revealed something astonishing: a lake buried beneath the southern polar ice, liquid water trapped under pressure and salt, refusing to freeze even in the extreme cold. A lake on Mars. And it might not be alone. Some data suggest there could be an entire network of salty underground reservoirs hidden like veins beneath the Martian crust. They could hold ancient microbial life, frozen in time, or waiting for the right conditions to awaken again. It sounds impossible. But on Earth, we've found microbes living in Antarctica's subglacial lakes, sealed off from sunlight for millions of years. If life can survive there, under ice, in darkness, feeding on minerals, then maybe, just maybe, it can survive on Mars too. The evidence keeps building. Perseverance has discovered rocks that formed in the presence of water, sediments shaped by ancient rivers, minerals altered by wet chemistry. Curiosity found clays and sulfates in Gale Crater, proof that water once stood there for thousands of years. Each sample tells a fragment of the same story. Mars was once alive with water. Even now, frost forms across the surface every Martian morning. Thin layers of ice shimmer briefly before the weak sun melts them away. Beneath dunes, radar detects ice deposits stretching for miles, like glaciers sleeping under a red blanket. If future explorers dig just a few feet down, they could touch water, the same water that once carved canyons and filled seas billions of years ago. But where did all of it go? The answer lies in the thin air. Mars's gravity isn't strong enough to hold its atmosphere tightly.
Over time, solar radiation stripped it away, turning once blue skies into dusty red. The remaining water escaped into space, atom by atom, or sank into the ground, freezing forever. Yet, not all was lost. Beneath the poles, the frozen caps rise like silent guardians. The North Cap, Planum boreum, and the South Cap, Planum australe, hold enough water ice to cover the entire planet in a layer 30 feet deep if melted. These polar layers are Mars's history books. Each stratum records a chapter, a time when the planet tilted differently, when its climate shifted, when snow and dust fell in alternating seasons. Studying them is like reading 10 million years of Martian weather. Some scientists believe that during rare shifts in Mars's tilt, sunlight reaches the poles with greater intensity, briefly warming the ice and releasing vapor into the air, a fleeting ghost of the planet's ancient climate. And with every mission, we're learning how to read these icy memories. ESA's ExoMars and NASA's upcoming Ice Mapper missions aim to drill deep into these frozen archives, searching for traces of organics, the building blocks of life. The dream? To one day extract water directly from Mars's ground and use it to sustain human colonies. Imagine that. A base on Mars where astronauts melt ancient ice to drink, to grow plants, to make oxygen. The same water that once filled Martian seas, giving life again, billions of years later. It's poetic. It's full circle. But it's also a warning, because Mars reminds us how fragile a world can be. A planet that once had oceans and rain, now silent, frozen, and dry. And yet, in that silence lies beauty, the promise that life always finds a way to endure. Maybe beneath those icy plains, something still breathes. Maybe in the next drill sample, we'll find proof that we were not the first to dream of the stars. The question is not whether water existed on Mars. The question is whether it ever truly left. Because every image, every radar scan, every piece of data whispers the same truth. Mars is not just a desert. It's a world waiting to thaw. This is Red Legacy, where every grain of dust hides a secret, and every frozen shadow tells a story. The oceans may be gone, but their memory remains. Beneath ice, within stone, and within us. NYA Glyph. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and follow Red Legacy, where the red planet still breathes through the cold.